The Virgin Mary in the Kingdom of the Divine Will, by the servant of God, Luisa Picaretta, little daughter of the Divine Will. For private use only. Meditations for the month of May, for the House of the Divine Will. May 6, 1930. Luisa Picaretta. Fiat. JMJ. Maternal Appeal of the Queen of Heaven. Dearest daughter, I feel the irresistible need to descend from heaven to make you my maternal visits. If you assure me of your filial love and faithfulness, I will remain always with you in your soul, to be your teacher, model, example, and most tender mother. I come to invite you to enter into the kingdom of your Mama, that is, the kingdom of the Divine Will, and I knock at the door of your heart, that you may open it to me. You know, with my own hands I bring you this book as gift. I offer it to you with maternal care, so that in your turn, in reading it, you may learn to live of heaven, and no longer of earth. This book is of gold, my child. It will form your spiritual fortune, your happiness, also terrestrial. In it you will find the font of all goods. If you are weak, you will acquire strength. If you are tempted, you will achieve victory. If you have fallen into sin, you will find the pitying and powerful hand that will lift you up again. If you feel afflicted, you will find comfort. If cold, the sure means to get warm. If hungry, you will enjoy the delicious food of the Divine Will. With it you will lack nothing. You will no longer be alone, because your Mama will keep you sweet company, and with her every maternal care, she will take on the commitment of making you happy. I, the Celestial Empress, will take care of all your needs, provided that you consent to live united with me. If you knew my yearnings, my ardent sighs, and also the tears I shed for my children, if you knew how I burn with the desire that you listen to my lessons, all of heaven, and learn to live of Divine Will. In this book, you will see wonders. You will find a Mama who loves you so much as to sacrifice her own beloved son for you, in order to allow you to live of that same life of which she lived upon earth. Oh, please, do not give me this sorrow. Do not reject me. Accept this gift of heaven that I am bringing you. Welcome my visit, my lessons. Know that I will go throughout the whole world. I will go to each individual, to all families, to religious communities, to every nation, to all peoples. And if needed, I will go around for entire centuries, until as queen, I have formed my people, and as mother, my children, who would know the Divine Will and let it reign everywhere. Here is the purpose of this book explained to you. Those who will welcome it, with love, will be the first fortunate children who will belong to the kingdom of the Divine Fiat. And I, with gold characters, will write their names in my maternal heart. See, my child, that same infinite love of God, which in redemption wanted to use me in order to make the eternal Word descend upon earth, is now calling me into the field once again, entrusting to me the difficult task, the sublime mandate of forming on earth the children of the kingdom of his divine will. Therefore, with maternal care I set to work, and I prepare for you the way which will lead you to this happy kingdom. For this purpose, I will give you sublime and celestial lessons, and finally, I will teach you special and new prayers, through which you will commit the heavens, the sun, the creation, my very life and that of my Son, and all the acts of the saints, so that in your name they may infiltrate the adorable kingdom of the divine will. These prayers are the most powerful, because they bind the very divine operating. By means of them, God will feel disarmed and conquered by the creature. Confident of this help, you will hasten the coming of his most happy kingdom, and with me you will obtain that the divine will be done on earth as it is in heaven, according to the desire of the divine Master. Courage, my daughter. Make me content, and I will bless you. Prayer to the Celestial Queen for each day of the month of May. Immaculate Queen, my Celestial Mother, I come onto your maternal knees to abandon myself in your arms as your dear daughter, in order to ask of you, with the most ardent sighs, in this month consecrated to you, the greatest of graces, that you admit me to live in the kingdom of the divine will. Holy Mamma, you who are the queen of this kingdom, admit me to live in it as your daughter, that it may no longer be deserted, but populated by your children. Therefore, Sovereign Queen, I entrust myself to you, that you may lead my steps in the kingdom of the divine will. And as I cling to your maternal hand, you will lead all my being to live perennial life in the divine will. You will be my Mamma, and to you, as my Mamma, I deliver my will, that you may exchange it with the divine will, and so I may be sure I will not go out of its kingdom. Therefore I pray you to illumine me, in order to make me comprehend what will of God means. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now, and at the hour of our death. Amen. Little Sacrifice of the Month. Each morning, midday, and night, 3 times a day, let us go on to the knees of our Celestial Mamma and say to her, My Mamma, I love you. And you, love me and give a sip of divine will to my soul. Give me your blessing, that I may do all of my actions under your maternal gaze. Day 19. The Queen of Heaven in the Kingdom of the Divine Will. The doors of heaven open. The Son of the Eternal Word places himself on the lookout. He sends his angel to tell the Virgin that the hour of God has come. The soul to her Celestial Mamma. Holy Mamma, here I am again on the knees of my Mamma. I am your daughter, who wants to be fed the food of your most sweet word, which brings me the balm to heal the wounds of my miserable human will. My mamma, speak to me. Let your powerful words descend into my heart and form a new creation, in order to form the seed of the divine will in my soul. Lesson of the Sovereign Queen. Dearest daughter, this is precisely the purpose for which I love so much to let you hear the celestial secrets of the divine fiat, the portents it can operate where it reigns completely, and the great harm of one who lets himself be dominated by the human will, that you may love the first, the divine will, to let it form its throne within you, and abhor the second, the human will, to make of your human will the footstool of the divine will, keeping it sacrificed at its divine feet. Now, my daughter, listen to me. I continued my life in Nazareth. The divine fiat continued to expand its kingdom within me. It used my littlest acts, even the most indifferent ones, such as keeping the little house in order, starting the fire, sweeping, and all the tasks that are usually done in the families, to let me feel its life palpitating in the fire, in the water, in the food, in the air I breathed, in everything. And investing them, it formed over my little acts seas of light, of grace, of sanctity, because wherever it reigns, the divine will has the power to form, from little trifles, new heavens of enchanting beauty. In fact, being immense, it does not know how to do small things, but with its power it gives value to trifles, and makes of them the greatest things, such as to astonish heaven and earth. Everything is holy, everything is sacred, for the one who lives of divine will. Now, daughter of my heart, pay attention to me and listen. Several days before the descent of the eternal Word upon earth, I could see heaven opened, and the Son of the divine Word at its doors, as though to look out for the one upon whom he was to take his flight, to render himself celestial prisoner of a creature. Oh, how beautiful it was to see him at the doors of heaven, as though on the lookout, and to spy the fortunate creature who was to host her Creator. The sacrosanct Trinity no longer looked at the earth as alien to them, because there was little Mary, who by possessing the divine will had formed the divine kingdom in which he could descend safely, as in his own dwelling, in which he would find heaven and the many sons of the many acts of divine will done in my soul. The divinity overflowed with love, and removing the mantle of justice, which for so many centuries they had kept with creatures, they covered themselves with the mantle of infinite mercy, and decreed among themselves the descent of the Word, and were in the act of sounding the hour of the fulfillment. At this sound, heaven and earth were astounded, and all stood at attention, to be spectators of such a great excess of love, and a prodigy so unheard of. Your mamma felt ignited with love, and echoing the love of my Creator, I wanted to form one single sea of love, so that the Word might descend upon earth within it. My prayers were incessant, and while I was praying in my little room, an angel came, sent from heaven as messenger of the great King. He came before me, and bowing, he hailed me. "Hail, O Mary, our Queen! The divine fiat has filled you with grace. He has already pronounced his fiat. that he wants to descend. He is already behind my shoulders, but he wants your fiat to form the fulfillment of his fiat. That's such a great announcement, so much desired by me. Although I had never thought I would be the chosen one, I was stupefied and hesitated one instant. But the angel of the Lord told me, "Do not fear, our queen, for you have found grace before God. You have conquered your Creator. Therefore, to complete the victory, pronounce your fiat." I pronounced my fiat, and oh, marvel! The two fiats fused together, and the divine word descended into me. My fiat, which was endowed with the same value as the divine fiat, from the seed of my humanity, formed the tiny little humanity which was to enclose the Word, and the great prodigy of the Incarnation was accomplished. O power of the supreme fiat! You raised me so high as to render me powerful, to the point of being able to create within me that humanity which was to enclose the eternal Word, whom heaven and earth could not contain. The heavens were shaken, and all creation assumed the attitude of feast. And exulting with joy, they peeked over the little house of Nazareth to give homages and obsequies to the Creator made man. And in their mute language they said, "O prodigy of prodigies, which only a God could do, immensity has made itself little. Power has rendered itself powerless. His unreachable height has lowered itself deep into the abyss of the womb of a virgin, and at the same time he is little and immense, powerful and powerless, strong and weak." My dear daughter, you cannot comprehend what your mamma experienced in the act of the incarnation of the Word. All pressed upon me and awaited my fiat, I could say, omnipotent. Now, dear daughter, listen to me. How much you should take to heart doing the divine will and living of it. My power still exists. Let me pronounce my fiat over your soul. But in order to do this, I want your own. A true good cannot be done with one alone, but the greatest works are always done between two. God himself did not want to do it on his own, but wanted me together with him to form the great prodigy of the Incarnation. And in my fiat, and in his, the life of the man-God was formed. The destiny of mankind was restored. Heaven was no longer closed. All goods were enclosed between the two fiats. Therefore let us pronounce them together. Fiat, fiat, and my maternal love will enclose you in the life of the divine will. Enough for now. Tomorrow I will wait for you again to narrate to my daughter the continuation of the Incarnation. The soul. Beautiful, Mamma. I feel stupefied in hearing your beautiful lessons. Oh, please, I pray you to pronounce your fiat over me, and I will pronounce my own, so that that fiat, for which you so much yearn to reign as life in me, may be conceived in me. Little sacrifice. Today, to honor me, you will come to give the first kiss to Jesus, and will say to him, as many as 9 times, that you want to do his will. And I will repeat the prodigy of making Jesus be conceived in your soul. Ejaculatory prayer. Powerful Queen, pronounce your fiat and create in me the will of God. You have reached the end of day 19 of the Virgin Mary in the Kingdom of the Divine Will. Fiat.